Welcome to the Kansas Motor Speedway, Kansas Speedway here in Kansas, just outside of Kansas City, Kansas. Here tonight we're here for the Busch Brothers Memorial 150 for the race number 3 of the SuperStar ARCA Cup, and qualifying is currently getting underway as we speak. There's got a couple drivers driving on the racetrack tonight. We will send a couple of people home through the heats tonight, but we'll see who sets the front row for tonight's 100-lap feature. As we got multiple drivers coming onto the track now. Yep. As we're just kind of rolling all the way around tonight. I'm Aaron Brown, joined tonight by Talon Drake, as always. As we're currently watching Tony Shelton go around the racetrack, getting up to speed to start his qualifying laps.
And the top of the screen, once whoever sets fast lap time will show up on the top of your screen here. So one thing to note. It looked like from my practice and qualifying, I've done that cadence before, but it seems like the top side's definitely the way to go for your fastest lap on the racetrack.
Yeah, definitely. I think ARCA for sure. Definitely around the outside of the racetrack. That's going to be where you find the speed tonight. We'll see who qualifies up pole. Currently, Craighead goes to the top of the board with 31.616, but then Thomas Spencer just takes that time. Here comes Thomas Shelton. Tony Shelton. He goes down to the bottom there in the 3 machine, leaving the outside wall there. Thomas Spencer. So he's gonna hope that first lap was a solid lap. We'll see what he can do with that. Samuel Hoff, he's running the bottom of the racetrack. Now, track tip definitely is a big factor of what they're able to use the lines and the grip. Because you got more grip with a cooler track, the bottom will end up being faster. But right there, fastest lap, Cameron Craighead. Then Sam Hoff goes to the top of the board.
Really great lap by 19 thousandths of a second.
Yeah, great run, great qualifying run for that 17 machine.
Jeremiah Holt.
Seems like the bottom. Jeremiah Holt was quickest. So she's at the bottom is the way to go currently right now. So the track's got enough grip in it to where the bottom is better. See if anyone can go. There's still got a good chunk of cars still waiting to qualify. Alex McQueen slow in his lap. Top of the board, Connor Zabosian. As right now, Jackson Sparks, he's coming off turn number 2. He's on his second lap. Keep an eye on him. He's currently sitting 9th on the board. We'll see what he can do. Well, 10th now, but down the straightaway, he's going to cross the line. 31.4174, so he jumps up a couple spots. There's Joshua Clouderbuck. He slowed through his turn 1 and 2. Chevy Sheed. He's slowing down to a stop, so not really many on the racetrack right now. There's Jimmy Geikus. Off a turn 2, down the back straightaway. This is his first lap. So you can do, he's going to run that top in 3 and 4. We're going to try and get a good run. See what Geikus can do through the... It cuts it down onto the apron. Gonna see if he can get a good enough run. 31.617 to his first lap. They'll put him around 15. Gonna run the bottom. Keep it pinned down there. Gonna be wash up a lot off corner. Actually, he's gonna get a little bit loose. It looked like there. He's gonna get a very late arc into 3 and 4. Actually, it looked pretty quick. See, off a turn number 4 across the line. Geikus going to cross the line with a 31.399. It's going to put him around 10th. Yeah, that's going to put him in 10th place position, in the 10th place spot. But no one else as one more driver on the racetrack, but it's Caleb Winslow, but he's not going to have enough time to start and finish his laps here. So that will put Connor Zabosian on the pole for tonight's Busch Brothers Memorial 150. And Jeremiah Holt will be on the front row. So those two drivers are not going to have to run the heat races tonight. We will send a couple people home. So we will only have 2 heats tonight. 1 heat will be skipped. So we got 2 heats with both with 19 drivers, so 10 laps each. The top 10 will advance to the feature for tonight's 100-lap race, and the rest will go to the consolation. We'll see what these drivers can do, but let's take a quick look at our grid for our first heat of the night. So, starting on the pole for tonight's first heat race, it will be Sam Hoff. He'll be alongside his teammate Brock Morris. Behind them, they'll have Jared Skinner and Justin Nava. They're in 3rd and 4th. And Alex Anderson, he'll qualify 5th for this first heat. He's back-to-back runner-up finishes. His confidence was felt pretty low after just both mistakes and being right there. But he started off great to a start of the season. We'll see what he can do in this heat. He's alongside Isaiah Rogers, and then Thomas Spencer and Steve Rogers will be behind those 2 drivers. Then we'll have Dwayne Young and Nathan Fryer running out the top 10 in this first heat. Tony Shelton and Joshua Childs will round out the row number 6. We'll have Alan Kennedy and Cameron Schoenfield in 13th and 14th. Jordan Evans will be 15th. Jish Langley will be 16th. James Donahue 17th, and Caleb Winslow alongside him. And running out the 19-car field for the heat number 1, it will be Nathan Ramirez at 39 machine. As we're getting ready to go green, getting ready to roll off here. We'll take a quick look at our weather. This will change. We'll take a look at it when we're about to go green for our feature. But tonight's weather, we got a 68-degree ambient temperature. We'll bring that graphic up here in a second. There it is. 68 ambient temperature with 94-degree track temp. So kind of cooler track, maybe a little bit warmer than what we normally see, but 15-mile-per-hour wind. So that wind's very high winds. So that could play a big factor in how the cars handle in the corners. We have cloudy skies with an 86% humidity, so a pretty humid day here in Kansas. So a 94-degree track temp, but an 18 miles per hour wind, so that will make a huge difference. It is going southeast, which that will mean that means the track will be the turn 1 and 2 will be a little bit harder to keep it down off the corner because the wind's going to be blowing you up the racetrack. So you're going to get a tailwind down the front straightaway. These drivers are rolling off for the first 10-lap heat, so no cautions, only 10 go through. So we'll see what these drivers can do. Especially those drivers in the back, they're going to have to make their way through the field. Sam Hoff, we'll see what he can do. He's starting on the pole here for this heat number 1. To make it through 3 and 4, that pace truck going to take a hard left turn onto pit road for the first time tonight. Over to the guy, slowly inch their way to the Geico restart zone. We are underway for heat number 1 here for tonight's SuperStar ARCA Cup race number 3. Brock Morris and Samuel Hoff side by side. They're going to both get a great restart. Off on the bottom, Morris on the top lane. We'll see what he can do going into turn number 1 and 2. He's going to stay on that top lane. Off on the bottom, he's not going to be able to clear his teammate Brock Morris off of turn 2. They'll be side by side for the lead as they down the back straight of it. They're going to enter turn number 3. Behind him, you got Jared Skinner and Alex Anderson. Alex Anderson up to 4th already. He's looking for 3rd. It's going to make a little, almost got into Jared Skinner. Got a car on the wall there. They're going to be 4 wide across the line here. See these drivers. That's Dwayne Young all the way down to the bottom. Dwayne Young on the bottom, but now Alex Anderson trying to look by Jared Skinner's. Brock Morris able to use the top lane to his advantage. He's going to take that race lead away. Dwayne Young, he's under attack here from Isaiah Rogers on the outside, but now Samuel Hoff stuck on the bottom. Jared Skinner on the top lane, followed by Alex Anderson there. 8 laps to go in this first heat already. see what everyone's pretty much on the top lane, 3 wide here for this for about a 5th place spot. Dwayne Young in the middle there, the 4th machine. Josh Nava on the bottom. Isaiah Rogers on the outside lane preparing for that 60 machine. Dwayne Young going to try and pull the slider through 3 and 4. He's going to get it done. As they got a single file out now, but Walter's going to try and look to the bottom. You know, stay right behind Dwayne Young. We'll see if he can get his nose to the outside of Dwayne Young and maybe try and power move around the outside. Doesn't really have an opportunity to do that, but everyone's single file for now. Tony Shelton holds the transfer spot for to make it to the tonight's 100-lap race. He's got Nathan Fryer behind him, so Nathan Fryer going to try and find that spot soon. A little farther back. As Fryer had a pretty big moment off turn 4 there. He's losing a little bit of time. As Alex Anderson was he was able to take 2nd place away from Jared Skinner. So now Alex Anderson in 2nd. He's starting great. He's got good race pace, good short run pace so far. Jared Skinner, he falls back to 4th as you're in the bottom. So Samuel Hall able to take that 3rd place spot on the outside there. It's 3-1 and 2. As Brock Morris pulls away from Alex Anderson. Alex Anderson got the wall there off turn 2 actually. Off turn 4 there actually. He's going to be under attack here from Samuel Hoff. That's turn number 1. We're halfway through the first heat of the night. Hoff looks to the bottom. Skinner's going to follow him. Hoff's going to be able to actually, believe he might be able to clear up here off turn number 2. Yes, he will. So Anderson to do a crossover. We'll see what he can do. He's going to stay right behind that 17 machine of Samuel Hoff. But now he's going to try and look to the outside, get a little bit of clean air out there. Not be able to make it work. He's going to have a good run off turn 4, but he's going to have Jared Skinner on the bottom, so he's really not going to have anywhere to go here on the front straightaway. As meanwhile, all this battling, Brock Morris pulling away, so Brock Morris looking to pick for a great starting spot. He'll be able to pick up, he'll be able to start 3rd for tonight's main race. As Jared Skinner, he falls back to 4th. As this battle for 2nd still going on, Tony Shelton did get passed by Nathan Fryer for that transfer spot with 3 laps to go. That transfer spot heating up as they're side by side for that 10th place spot. So this is for the transfer spot. Who will make it to tonight's feature race and who will have to go to the LCQ. As Fryer prevails on the top lane. Actually, he's on the bottom, so he's got Steve Rogers right in front of him, actually. So Rogers trying to pull away, hope for this battle, but Shelton pulls the slider to be able to make it work. There'll be 3 wide for the 10th place spot as Rogers got a big moment off turn 4. He's going to fall all the way back behind Nathan Fryer. So Rogers is going to go from 9th to 11th there off turn number 2, off turn number 4 with 2 laps to go. See what they can do. That gap kind of opens up. As the gaps have opened up for pretty much everything else. So right now, Brock Morris off of turn number 4. 1 lap to go for heat number 1. As they're still side by side for this 3rd place spot. Well, 2nd place spot. Jared Skinner and Samuel Hoff for 2nd in the heat. This will be able to start 5th. This is a top 5 starting spot on the line here. So yeah, they can do Skinner on the bottom, Hoff on the outside. That's about second ahead of him. Brock Morris going to go off turn 4. He's going to pick up the heat win. He's going to win heat number 1. Hoff able to use the outside lane to his advantage. He's going to be able to get that spot. Steve Rogers able to get 10th. That's actually Tony Shelton made a huge mistake on the white flag, I believe. So Tony Shelton's going to be the first one out, and he's going to have to go to the consolation. And Steve Rogers will be the last driver in from heat number 1. So Steve Rogers transfers in to the feature tonight. He'll have to start towards the back of the field. But he doesn't have to worry about stressing over the LCQ and getting caught up in some incidents and the consolation. Here are the results for heat number 1. Brock Morris, Samuel Hoff, Jared Scanner, first, second, and third. Alex Anderson gets fourth. I have Isaiah Walters in fifth, with Justin Nava in that 6th place spot, and Dwayne Young in 7th. Thomas Spencer will be 8th. Nathan Fryer will be 9th. Steve Rogers will round out our top 10, and will be the last driver to advance to the feature out of heat number 1. The rest of these drivers will have to go to the consolation or LCQ for 15 laps right after heat number 2. I have Tony Shelton, Caleb Winslow, Camden, Sean Field, Josh Langley, Joshua Childs, Jordan Evans, James Donahue, Alan Kinley, and Nathan Ramirez will all have to go to the LCQ for tonight's race. As we got heat number 2 rolling off already. We'll take a quick look at that grid. So we have Cameron Craighead starting on the pole for heat number 2 here. Alongside him will be Travis Sheet on the outside lane. Nathan Johnson will be 3rd, with Jimmy Geikis in 4th. Joshua Clatterbuck will be 5th. Jackson Sparks will be 6th. Michael Baum in 7th, and JJ Venezia in 8th. Nate Bogus will be 9th, with Kyle Hurlitsky rounding up the top 10. Christopher Busch will be 11th, and Alex McKeon will be 12th. Nick Reeves will be 13th. Dan Adams will be 14th. Andrew Guetta will be 15th. Kyle Lawver will be 16th. Johnny Venezia makes his return tonight. He missed last week. He'll be 17th. And Dylan Lamparetta are 18 car field for heat number 2. 10 laps, just like the heat number 1. We'll see what these drivers can do. Pace car is off. And we are underway here for heat number 2. Craig head out to a great start already. As the outside lane kind of lacking on that restart. That's going to allow Nathan Johnson to be clear already into 2nd. He's going to try and hop up, get that outside lane a little bit, get a better arc here through 1 and 2. They're going to be side by side. Everyone's scrambling for positions. As they enter 1 and 2, you see everyone fanning out wide. And that's going to be 3 wide off turn number 2 there. Down to 3, that's going to get quickly settled out, but Nathan Johnson on the bottom. A little bit of contact here in the back. That's 18 machine. Travis Sheed started 2nd, and he's going to be outside the transfer spot. You got a 14 car around. You got multiple cars around. The 71 machines goes around on the front straightaway as well. Get a couple. So that's Jackson Sparks. Jackson Sparks goes around. He'll have to start from the back of the field. At the force win consolation, unless he has a little bit of more luck and can get in the top 10. Take a quick look at that one. So he blinks out there. Oh, the 25 machine just slower through the exit. He just gets into the back of the 25. Got also a couple cars ahead. He tags the 22 machine. Actually, it's the 55 machine. 55 Dylan Lamp. So he had another car around there. Multiple cars around. But Jack Sparks going to bring it to pit, so he's going to have to make it through the LCQ tonight. But Nathan Johnson out in the race lead. He was able to take that race lead early, and Cameron Craighead in 2nd. Jimmy Geikis, he's going to be looking for that 2nd place spot soon. He's about half a second back. This battle off of turn 4. This is a 22 machine. What is a 22 machine? So Kyle Hurlitsky. So this battle for 8th. This battle for 7th, actually. Sorry. So off of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. They're side by side. The 7th place spot. This is going to allow those drivers behind him to catch up. You don't want to battle too much, and you might find yourself out of the transfer spot. Let's see on the outside. This is still for the 7th place spot. Dan Adams looking on the inside now. Wet up that back in 10th. Slowly bringing these guys in. So single file out for now. So this time by will be halfway through heat number 2 of the night. Nathan Johnson. That's a second, almost a 2-second lead over Cameron Craighead. Cameron Craighead, he's going to be under attack from Jimmy Geikis. Johnson leads. Geikis here's on the bottom, trying to find his way by Cameron Craighead, using the bottom to his advantage. Trying to find any grip there on the bottom of the racetrack. Now Craighead's going to run the top. Geikis going to go to the middle. JJ Benizia going to go follow behind that 25 machine. the outside in 1 and 2. JJ Venezia there in 4th, trying to make the outside lane work. Able to make it work for now. Off of turn 4, that 48 machine Kramer Craighead. He's going to be under attack here from Geikiss. Geikiss gets a good run. He's going to stay on the racetrack. Going to be to the outside here, maybe that turn 1. Craighead going to try to shut the door, but Geikiss going to be around the outside. He's going to have to avoid those bumps a little bit there through the turn 1 and 2. He's going to turn down the racetrack to try and use the banking to his advantage. Off of turn number 2, there'll be side by side for the 2nd place spot for heat number 2. Geikiss gets a good run. He's not going to be able to clear Craighead going down to 3. Craighead on the bottom, and yes, he will clear. Craighead's going to stay just slotted behind that 25 machine of Jimmy Geikiss. So Geikiss will move up to 2nd. And Nathan Johnson in the race lead as they're battling behind with JJ Venezia and Michael Malm. Malm on the bottom and Malm on the bottom and Venezia on the outside lane. Actually, we do have a battle for this 10th place spot. Guetta just lost a spot to Travis Sheed, so Sheed started 2nd in this heat. And he's back up to that transfer spot now. It was a 2nd gap, but now, but just Sheed to the wall off turn number 4. Guetta to get a run. White flag. Who will make the transfer spot? There's that around the outside there. That's Kyle Lawver, I believe. Yes, Kyle Lawver around the outside lane. Lawver in 11th, trying to find his way around Andrew Guetta. Meanwhile, off of turn 4, Nathan Johnson going to pick up the heat number 2 win, but this battle for 10th. Nathan Johnson picks up the heat lead, but side by side for the transfer spot off of turn 4. Lawver with a great run around the outside of Andrew Guetta, and Kyle Lawver is going to take the final transfer spot. He's going to be able to get it done. A great move around the outside, just puts himself in the transfer spot and almost had to go to the LCQ. That's gonna be a huge relief taking off that machine. That driver that was 2 on his car, but 91 in the sim. So he'll show 91 on our ticker. So that will end heat number 2. We'll take a quick look at those results. So Nathan Johnson picks up the heat number 2. He'll start 4th in tonight's feature race. That's Jimmy Geikiss in 2nd, with Cameron Craighead in 3rd. JJ Venezia will be 4th. Nate Bogus will be 5th. Michael Malm will be 6th. Johnny Venezia will be 7th. We'll have Dan Adams in 8th. Kyle Herlitsky in 9th. And Kyle Lawver, he's move around the outside of the final corner. They'll take the final transfer spot and we'll round out our top 10 in heat number 2. The rest of these drivers will have to go to the consolation that is grading up right now of Andrew Guetta, Travis Sheed, Dylan Lamp, Alex McQueen, Nick Reeves, Christopher Busch, Joshua Clutterbuck, and Jackson Sparks. They'll all have to go to the LCQ here, as we'll bring up that grid here now. So they'll be gridding for 15 laps. As actually they're rolling off on the racetrack here in a couple of seconds. Bring up the grid for the final spots. So Tony Shelton and Andrew Guetta will be 1st and 2nd on for the consolation. They're gonna great track position to start. Caleb Winslow and Travis Sheed will be 3rd and 4th. Behind will be Camden Schoenfield and Dylan Lamp. We'll have Jesh Langley and Alex McQueen behind those 2 drivers. Jessica Shields and Nick Reeves will be 9th and 10th. So I have Jordan Evans in 11th and Christopher Busch in 12th. And James Donahue will start on that transfer spot. So 13 drivers make it from the seat. So James Donahue, hopefully he's going to have to hold on to his spot. Josh Platter back there in 14th. Behind them will be Alan Kennedy, Justin Sparks, and then rounding out our 17-part consolation will be Nathan Ramirez. So 13 drivers make it from this. All those drivers will have to fight for 13 spots. I believe 3 drivers will be going home, as I believe Nathan Ramirez is not on the track. So only 3 drivers will be going home. Actually, Jackson Sparks, I believe he just disconnected. So he's actually starting already to the back. So I think only 2 drivers here will be going home. from this consolation, but here we go. Pace car's off. Tony Shelton going to lead them to the green. Green flag in for tonight's 15-lap consolation LCQ race. This is their only shot. This is the last chance to make the race in the top 13. We'll see what these drivers can do. And it's turn number 1. Shelton is clear for the lead. And Andrew Guetta, who's just barely missed out there in heat number 2. He's going to be starting second. He's going to have to try and stay up front. But through turn number 3, they're going to be side by side for the second place spot. Caleb Winslow and Guetta on the outside lane. Behind them, you got Camden Schoenfield and Travis Sheed on the outside lane. So all these drivers battling for the second place spot for now. To complete the first lap. Off of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Just still everyone's trying to find their places. So battling here for second. Sheed on the outside lane. Winslow on the bottom. As Sheed takes second place spot, and Winslow still on the bottom, staying. Notice he's got grip down there. He's just staying on his trusty low lane. Guetta trying to use that outside lane to his advantage, trying to get around the outside of that 23 machine, that third place spot. Off of turn 4, Guetta around the outside. If we get that run, he's still not going to be able to clear Winslow. We're barely be on the outside lane for that third place spot. We'll see what he can do. He's going to run the middle of the racetrack, not going to go to the wall. Still works out for Guetta. Still going to be able to hold the outside. As Guetta will finally slide back in, but he's going to try and stay on the outside there. Gasses up through the center, almost gets in the wall off of 4. It's going to cause a little big loss of momentum. That's going to allow Winslow to pull away for that third place spot. Schoenfield trying to find his way by now. Everyone pretty much on the bottom for now. Down the front straightaway. Sheed holds on. Sheed's looking for the lead actually. So Sheed looking for the lead. We'll see what he can do. Tony Shelton in the lead. Shelton's going to go to the outside lane. She's going to be on the bottom. As Shelton used the top to his advantage to try and get that gap away, pulling away a little bit. Now he's going to move back to the bottom. That's going to allow Travis Sheed to go to the outside lane. See what Sheed can he get the run on the outside lane, but he's going to have Caleb Winslow to his inside. Winslow's going to fall back a little bit. Here comes Sheed. He's got a great run. He's going to look to the inside, side by side for the lead. We'll see what can he pull the slider down to the turn number 1. These guys have to be careful. They don't want to end up wrecking themselves and not making the race. As Alan Kinley's on that transfer spot, but he's actually 16 seconds ahead. Well, not 16 seconds, but 12 seconds ahead of 14th of Jackson Sparks. So as long as no one wrecks, top 13 are pretty much settled. Shelton a little loose through 3 and 4 there. Everyone really close here. Sheed's pulling away, but Shelton falling back into the clutches of Caleb Winslow. As Shelton able to hold off, he's able to stay in second, but they're battling for third. Winslow on the bottom, Guetta just pinning him down all the way to that white line. As James Donahue right there as well. He also have that 24 machine of Schoenfield on the outside, almost a little bit of contact there in the 1. All these drivers trying to stay in the middle and try to slide up, use all the grip they can. Wins using a little bit of causing a little bit of problems. Just lengthy there on the wall off turn 4. No harm, no foul there. He keeps it back going, gets it going, just loses a little bit of time. He's gonna be able to stay as long as he keeps it straight. He'll be fine. But 3 wide here off turn, almost 3 wide there off turn 2. There's Jordan Evans who's around the outside. Caleb Winslow be able to take third. Schoenfield shuts the door on Goetta on the outside there at 3 and 4. Makes it work, but these drivers pulling away. Everyone kind of staying single file, starting the single file out now. As McQueen is trying to go around the outside of Nick Rees. Actually, no, sorry, that's James out of here. Nick Rees is in 8th, a little bit behind them. That's out. Tony Shelton, he's under attack here from Caleb Winslow. But Sheed in the race lead. We'll see what he can do. He's got 2 tenths now. I actually believe he made a mistake off turn 4. That's going to allow Tony Shelton to be able to get through turn 1 and 2. That's going to allow Winslow to go around the outside. We'll see what Winslow can do down off turn number 2. Down the back straight. He's getting a good run. Can he mount an attack on that 18 machine for tonight's LCQ win? This driver's side drafting for seconds to allow Sheed to pull away just a little bit. Tony Shelton loses that second place spot to Caleb Winslow, but down the front straightaway, he's gonna go to the apron, gonna car the grass there. It's Adrian Greta, McQueen also as well. Keep it going, everyone keeps it straight. But Sheed pulls away from Winslow in the lead. We'll see what the lap times are this time by for that battle for the lead of the LCQ win. But here's this battle for 4th. Schoenfield in that 24 machine. You got the James Donahue in the 58s. No one able to get to the inside, but last time by, Caleb Winslow was a 10th faster than our race leader Travis Sheed. He's staying around the same spot. Sheed's in through 3 and 4. He's got to had to check up to keep it off the wall. Travis Sheed holds on to the lead. 2 laps to go here in the LCQ. Off of turn number 2, down the back straightaway for the final time. Well, for the ultimate time here in the LCQ. This will line up these drivers in around I believe 21st, 22nd, 23rd spots. Great run around the outside there. Great run from Jordan Evans. Side by side for the LCQ win. White flag, 1 to go here for the LCQ. Through 1 and 2. Woods on the bottom. Sheed on the top side. Sheed's gonna get the run off turn 2. We'll see in 3 and 4 if Winslow can pull the slider. Sheed's gonna run a little bit higher. Winslow doesn't drive it in too deep. Off of turn number 4, Travis Sheed's gonna be able to clear Winslow, and Travis Sheed is gonna win the LCQ. We're gonna pick up the consolation win. That will set him up in 23rd, so he'll start 23rd in tonight's feature race. So we'll take a look at our results here for the consolation. As Travis Sheed picks up the consolation win, or LCQ, whatever you want to call it. Caleb Winslow 2nd, James Donahue in 3rd, Tony Shelton in 4th, Nick Rees in 5th, Jordan Evans in 6th, Alex McQueen in 7th, Josh Langley in 8th, Cameron Schoenfield in 9th, Andrew Greta rounds out the top 10. And our final 2 drivers in tonight's 150-mile race, Dylan Lamp finishing 11th, Alan Kinley 12th, and Jesper Childs finishing 13th. We'll put all of them into the feature, and 3 drivers will be going home as Joshua Clatterbuck and Jackson Sparks and Christopher Busch will go home tonight and will not make tonight's the Busch Brothers Memorial 150. This warm-up underway, and while warm-up is underway, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back from Kansas for the feature race. Welcome back here to Kansas City, here in Kansas, here at the Kansas Speedway, and we're starting to grid up for tonight's SuperStar ARCA Cup Busch Brothers Memorial 150, and 100 laps here. As we're going to take a quick look at our grid, so we'll have some pace laps to get through this 35 car field tonight. We'll bring up our 35 car grid. As we've seen earlier in qualifying at the top of the show, Connor Samosian and Jeremiah Holt able to round out the front row, and they're going to start on the front row first and second tonight. Brock Morris is going to pick up that heat number 1 win, and Nathan Johnson able to get second, able to pick up his heat win, so they'll be third and fourth. Samuel Hoff will round out the top 5, and Jimmy Geikis will be sixth. And 7th will be Jared Skinner. We'll have Cameron Craighead in 8th. And Alex Anderson will be in 9th. And he's been on a great run so far this season. He 2nd at Daytona and 2nd last week at Phoenix. We'll see if he can pick up his win tonight. He'll start 9th, with JJ Benitez to his outside, rounding out our top 10. I have Isaiah Rotros in 11th. I have Nate Baucus in 12th. Row number 7 will be Justin Nava and Michael Mom in 13th and 14th. Number 8 will be Dwayne Young and Johnny Benitez. We'll have Thomas Spencer and Dan Adams, 17th and 18th. Round here, our top 20 in row number 10 will be Nathan Fryer and Kyler Kurlitsky. The last drivers, from the heats will be Steve Rogers and Kyle Auburn, 21st and 22nd. The first driver, our consolation winner, Travis Sheed, will start 23rd, with Caleb Winslow just outside in 24th. 25th will be James Donahue, and Tony Shelton will be 26th. And behind them will be Nick Rees and Jordan Evans. So Jordan Evans will be 28th. 29th, and will be Alex McQueen running our top 30 with Josh Langley. So Josh Langley's gonna have to make a lot of moves through the field. Starting 31st tonight will be the 24 machine of Camden Schonfield, and to his outside held the 56 machine of Andrew Beretta. I have Dylan Lamp there at 33rd, and we'll have Alan Kenley in 34th. And rounding our 35 car field tonight is the 28 machine of Justin Schultz. Will be round out the 35 car field. As now we did advance a little bit of time. We're here at about 3:02, so we'll take a quick look at our weather. We'll see if anything really changed weather-wise between the heats. The track temp has probably went up a little bit. Actually, no, the track temp has dropped, so we're 72-degree ambient temp. So it's actually the ambient temp has gone up, but the track temp has gone down. That's a little odd, but you know, we'll figure it out. It is what it is. 86-degree track temp with 16-mile-per-hour wind still, so still tough, high windy day here in Kansas, and we'll have cloudy skies with 86% humidity. So it's gonna be a lower track temp compared to what we see in the heats. We'll see what these drivers can do. Connor Samosian on the pole. He'll have Jeremiah Holt alongside him. If we start for tonight's Busch Brother Memorials 150 pace car. We're gonna take the hard left turn onto pit road and coming to the Geico Research Zone. The Busch Brothers Memorial 150 is underway here from Kansas. Great start for that 10 machine of Connor Samosian. He's out to a great lead. He's got his teammate Brock Morris right behind him off turn number 2. They're both going to rocket down the back straightaway. Jeremiah Holt and Nathan Johnson side by side for that third place spot. That's going to quickly get sorted out, as everyone's going to fan out, try to find any lane they can make work through 3 and 4. Off of turn number 4. They're single file it out for now. Samosian holds on to the race lead. Brock Morris, last week's winner at Phoenix. See if he can pick up another race win. He's going to drive it in as number 1. He's going to put it right on that white line. Jeremiah Holt trying to use that outside lane to his advantage. He can round on the outside of Connor Samosian. Not going to be able to make it work, but now he's going to be able to look to the inside in 3 and 4. Maybe almost look at a staggered 3 wide there. Moore's going to back out of it, but Sabosian holds the outside lane, wanting to keep the race lead. Holds right on his corner, made a little bit of contact there, maybe, but almost gets in. Nathan Johnson got on the wall behind them. That's what allowed Jared Skinner to take advantage of that, and Samuel Hoff.
Yeah, Jared Skinner's got a little too high up. I mean, Nathan Johnson got a little too high up off the exit of the corner and just tapped the outside wall.
And it's actually very easy to tag the wall as the wall kind of fades away, it kind of comes to you and then fades away with the safety barrier into the corner. And it kind of comes out to you, just kind of pokes out right out the exit of the corner. It's very easy to find yourself in the wall, especially with the skew the ARCA cars run compared to the other NASCAR cars you really see on the racetrack here on the service.
Big gaggle of cars all the way from basically 4th place to 12th place on back, from the 14th place. It's 2x2 throughout the whole field, really.
Yeah, everyone's trying to get early track position. I do have, I believe it's going to be about 35 to 40 laps here on fuel tonight. So these drivers are going to have to make a 2-stop strategy, but that's also another question. Yeah. It's also another question. Do you try to split it 33 to 34, but you go 40-80 and just try and stretch it all the way, or do you go 35-70? We'll see how the strategies play out. It also depends on when the yellows fall as well. But down the back straightaway, as everyone's still kind of scrambling for positions. Jared Skinner trying to hold off Jeremiah Holt for that 2nd place spot. The Skinner is able to take that 2nd place spot away. On the outside lane, he's going to get a good run off turn 4. We'll see if he has any momentum to attack Kato Sabosian going down to turn number 1. Sabosian runs the middle, trying to get a good arc through the corner, just trying to save his tires. Tire wear will matter. We'll see comers and goers, I believe, later through the races. The sun did come out on the racetrack, so that rose the temperature on the track temp about a couple of degrees just in these first couple laps. That could make a difference as well. Sabosian, he knows Skinner trying to get around for the race lead. He blocks the top there in 3 and 4, trying to give dirty air to Jared Skinner. Using the apron, trying to pull away short distance down the front straightaway. Sabosian still holds on to the lead as Jeremiah Holt and Nathan Johnson, they're side by side for the 3rd place spot. Johnson, you see, got on the wall off turn 4 early on in this race. He's back up to 3rd now. He's able to get by Jeremiah Holt for that 3rd place spot.
Yeah, racing throughout the whole field shows how multi-group Kansas is. A little bit more top dominant, I would say, but the bottom still works really well. But here comes Jared Skinner for the race lead.
Yeah, he's used the top lane right behind Kato Sabosian. He gripped up through the center and cut down the racetrack to pull side by side with Kato Sabosian down to the turn number 1 and 2. Sabosian in the outside lane. We'll see if he can stay to the outside of Jared Skinner. Skinner not going to slide up off the exit. That's still going to allow Sabosian to stay to the outside lane. It's going to be side by side for the lead. Still seeing the 3.
Side by side, Sabosian on the outside, Skinner in the middle to the inside lane. Pretty even off of 4. Sabosian gonna get a run though. He's gonna clear Skinner off. Gives Nathan Johnson now.
Yeah, he clears Skinner, goes to the apron. Here comes Nathan Johnson around the outside lane. He had a great run off turn 4. Seen that battle for the lead. He ran on the top side to try and pounce on the opportunity. Off of turn number 2, he pulls around the outside lane. He's had a great run around Jared Skinner. Not able to clear. We'll see what Skinner can do again, but he's going to be stuck to the bottom in 3 and 4 once again.
I think the outside lane is definitely the preferred passing lane here at Kansas. It's going to wear out your tires a little bit more, more on the outside lane, but if they're able to get that track position, it might be worth it though.
It's down through 3 and 4 as I mentioned the track temp. The sun kind of came out, the track temp went up. The track's up to 92, so it's up 6 degrees since we started this race.
Quite a pretty big jump.
Yeah, pretty big jump. That tells you just the cloud cover to start the race was just big, and that's gonna hurt these tires more as the track's speeding up. 3 wide off turn 4. The Virginia Tech car of Alex Anderson on the bottom almost gets into Samuel Hoff, but Alex Anderson, he's found his way up, but it's gonna contact. It's gonna put Samuel Hoff. Turns over to the outside wall. Big damage to that machine.
Looks like it's right.
Does he keep it straight? No caution.
Oh, but he's during the middle of the way. Everyone has to check up reckon.
Oh, 35. J.J. Benitez is going to go around down the back straightaway.
Saves
to be on the apron. He actually saved it. What a save of the 75 machine. Is everyone scrambling for everywhere.
Big stack
Samuel Hoff. Samuel Hoff, he did not get pit repairs. He's gonna have he's gonna be able to hold on, but he might have pretty big wheel damage. But you see all those drivers right next to each other there. Everyone's scrambling for everything. So Wayne Young, great, leading this gigantic pack of cars.
Yeah, it almost looks like we're back at Daytona 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, Giant Venezia, he's finally clear. He's got the Ford machine there behind as well, side by side with the 73 machine up there. 73 machine.
Jeremiah Holt.
Jeremiah Holt was involved with Samuel Hoff there.
He has some pretty big left front damage. Just 3 wide now through the middle. And that's Justin Nava in the Ford machine, maybe.
The Ford machine, Justin Nava through the center. He's now going to the bottom. Going to have to slot in behind Jeremiah Holt. This pack kind of starting to settle in, but they're still side by side. They're starting to single file out now. Everyone's just trying to get to the bottom, slot in line, whatever the line they feel comfortable in. As all these cars still battling for spots, just outside the top, just inside the top 10.
As Jared Skinner closing the gap here on Colin Zabosian right on his back bumper, less than a car length away from him.
Zabosian wants to hold the lead, but Skinner wants the lead back. As he had it there for a lap or two very early on in this race.
Oh,
as Zabosian overdrives it. Yeah, he's going to get in the wall. He's going to get stuck in the wall there for a second. That's going to allow Jared Skinner to clear. And Zabosian's momentum really shut off a turn number 4.
Wide.
But here comes Alex Anderson. Alex Anderson started in 8th, and now he's already up to 2nd as he's side by side here with Nathan Johnson.
Anderson.
Through 1 and 2. So Anderson, not really great on the short run. Not really great through his qualifying. But you can see after 15 laps, the tires starting to make a difference. The tires starting to make a difference, and he's driven his way all the way up to 2nd already, and now he's going to try to chase down Jared Skinner for that race lead.
Speaking of most positions gained right now, the biggest mover right now is Kyle Herlinski up 10 positions, Jordan Evans up 10 positions too. And you see Alex Anderson in that 4th place, who is gained the most positions up with 7.
Yeah, Camden Schoenfield as well, gaining 8th. Nick Rees, Kyle Herlinski up 10.
It's constantly changing though, because his mid-pack is battling like crazy. They kind of slowed down a little bit more. There's only 1 car on the wall up there as the 22 of Kyle Herlinski. Just talked about him. He's up 10 positions, started 20th in this race.
As it's a little odd there. They're through 3 and 4. I mean, you see so many drivers getting in the wall. You can see tire marks right like about a car width away from the wall. You see how many people have gotten the wall there in 3 and 4. So you can tell that it's tough to get into 3 and 4, especially with the wind. High winds, probably the wind's causing a big problem. Just it's overstepping. It's very easy to overstep the car. You can see that all the tire marks there, right off the wall. But Alex Anderson able to hold 2nd, but Zabosian trying to fight back.
Yeah, as the top 8 has really pulled away with the rest of the field with the contact between Samuel Hoff and Jeremiah Holt. It's kind of really separated the field. The top 8 pulled away big time after that one.
1 and 2. Anderson able to get a great run off turn 2. We're already 18 laps through the race. It's behind them. Actually, Jimmy Geikes, he's trying to look to the inside of Isaiah Rogers for that 6th place spot just behind these drivers. As Rogers able to get the run around the outside lane. As we're already 18 laps into this race, we could start seeing pit stops here in about 10 to 15 laps.
There's lap traffic coming into play right now. That is the 28 machine, I believe, of Jessica Child.
As here comes Geikes on the bottom, he's going to slide up right in front of Isaiah Waters. The crossover from Waters here is going to still put them side by side. As Waters is going to stay on the racetrack and force Geikes to go a long way around through the tri-oval. But Alex Anderson, he's closing that gap on Jared Skinner for the race lead. But Connor Zabosian trying to take that spot away as well. The gap down to 0.2 of a second.
Alex and currently our points leader right now in 2nd place. Nathan Johnson not too far behind though in 4th. Right now side by side for 2nd.
Yeah, so this battle for the stage, I mean, for the points lead is, I mean, great. I mean, two races into the season. In third, you see Alex Anderson, Nathan Johnson. They're both looking great in the points so far. Only 1 point separate them, and only 5 points back is Brock Morris.
He's also
Brock Morris
fifth
sitting
right
there
now.
in fifth. So you can see, I mean, we're already about 2-3 races in. We're starting to see some great, we already start to see some championship contenders already through the season. As Alex Anderson, he's not has the win yet, but back-to-back second place finishes. Nathan Johnson won the season opener at Daytona, and he was able to get third last week at Phoenix. And that puts 1 point separated between both of those, and a little bit of bonus points as well, separates that as well. So if you would take away the bonus points, actually, Nathan Johnson
Would be the closer, yeah.
is still, yes.
Actually, it would be tied.
It'd be a very, it's still a very tight points battle early on through the season. Brock Morris there, yeah, Ryan Sauer in fourth. I don't believe he is here tonight, so that's not going to be ideal for him. But he's also, I mean, just between, he's actually fourth in the points, but he's 50 points back. If I'm reading that right. So right now, Jared Skinner holds on the lead. Zabosian able to get second. I think Alex Anderson, his tires fall off a little bit. I think he just ran the top a little bit too much, overheated his right front. He's falling back to Brock Morris now. So Alex Anderson really fired off really well. Got around lap 15. He started lap 10 and 15. He started to be very fast. And now he's starting to fall back. As everyone's kind of planning it to the wall in 3 and 4. Finding the speed in the outside lane. Going single file out for pretty much the top 10. Still a good chunk of cars here battling for this spot back here. Is Samuel Hoff, he had pretty big damage. He got involved with Jeremiah Holt. He's side by side for 13th spots here with that 50 machine of Steve Rogers. Steve Rogers, our last transfer from heat number 1. He's worked his way up just outside the top 10. Solid run for him so far tonight. We have Johnny Vizia on the bottom. It's 3 wide. James Donahue. Samuel off on the bottom. Donahue thinks better. He backs off and falls behind Samuel Hoff. Thomas Spencer sitting behind here as well, but all these drivers still fighting very hard.
Gordon Evans really hits the outside pretty hard into turn 3 and 4. Doesn't look like he has too much right front damage though.
Yeah, not a lot of right front damage to that machine, so we got pretty lucky with that one. But Travis Sheed right here in front of him, as well as Jeremiah Holt right there in front of him as well. Everyone's starting to single file out now. We'll start to see pit strategy here. We're up 27
Alex
into
Anderson.
the race. Alex Anderson contact. He's up into the wall again.
Major
big damage. Yeah, big damage to that 67 machine. That's really not going to be ideal for, especially as the points leader. It's not going to be good. He's got damage. Go on board with him here.
I have wheel damage here. Not sure if that's how the car is offset, but
He's pointing a little bit to the right on the straightaway. This could possibly just be the steering offset as well. Take a look at Jared Skinner. So yeah, that is just the offset. I'm looking at this right now. So don't think he's got wheel damage, but that could be pretty affecting aero damage. But we have a caution on the racetrack. As the first caution of the night comes on lap 29.
Alex McQueen in turn 3
Alex
and 4.
McQueen goes around.
One other driver down pit lane.
So I believe we were just about to start seeing pit stops here in about 5 laps.
Oh, major.
Oh, huge wreck there. let's take a look what happened here.
Must have him right in front of him. Looked like it did.
Yeah, having right in front of him. Big hits
Ooh.
here. Right into the back of the 11 machine. Huge hit there. The 11 machine of
It was a lap car.
Jake Bogus.
Just like a child.
Yeah, chilled in, going down in the 3. Just Guetta is in a little bit too deep. Chilled into the wall. Gets hit by the 92. Sends Shields up in the air and gets hit by the 6 machine as well of 6 of Alan Kennedy. Alan Kennedy, he's got the meatball flag. He's gonna be done for the night.
There's nowhere for those drivers really to go, especially at these high speeds. Kind of just stuck to where you're at.
As they both drivers went on the air synchronized. There, they both got hit at the exact same time.
But pit stops will be on the way here, definitely on this caution.
Yeah, but Alex McGreen, Justin Childs, and Alan Kennedy all pit for repair, so that's gonna pretty much put their night over. But everyone's gonna come down pit road here and probably top it off on fuel and take 4 tires. Now they're gonna have 75 to get. I mean, about 70 to go when they go green. Well, just about 65 to go when they go green. So going to be a one-stop race. Just when are you going to pits? The question. We'll see what. So Jared Skinner leads the field going in. They're contact in the back there. Winslow goes around.
Yeah, 23. As Will Skinner get off
of pit roads. Yes, Skinner. Yeah, Skinner off to a great pit road. Nathan Johnson, great pit stop. He's gonna come out third there. Behind. Actually, I think he's running 30. Gets Connor Sabosian barely at the line. So Jared Skinner able to go in pit road first. He'll take them off pit road first. Since Jared Skinner in the race lead, I say we bring in that 7 machine. Jared Skinner, welcome to the booth. You have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so able to hold the race lead and led the most laps so far here, 30 laps into the race. So how's the car handle out there for you?
It's overall pretty good. I noticed turn 3 and 4 is a little bit tighter than it was in practice, but 1 and 2 feels pretty good. Just got to limit all the mental mistakes and just try to win this thing, you know?
So how did the tire wear feel there through that first 30 lap run? I think also we were pretty close on pit stops, I believe, as well. But how did the tire wear feel, and what was your strategy going to be there if it stayed green?
I feel like the tire wear was pretty decent. If anything, it was probably a little bit more accelerated than what I was practicing in the past week. But if you just take care of your tires and you make it through the corners and hit your points right where you need to, you should be okay.
Well, great run for you so far tonight, and good luck in the rest of the race.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
That was Jared Skinner. He's in the race. He's still going to be in the race lead. So Jared Skinner going to be the race leader again. We'll see if Connor Sabosian has any opportunity for that 10 machine of for that 7 machine of Jared Skinner. As the 55 machine Dylan Lamp, he's taking the wave around this time by, so we get back on the lead lap for that 55 machine. As Jared Skinner, Connor Sabosian going to be on the front row. Of Nathan Johnson and Brock Morris there in 3rd and 4th. Isaiah Watrous in 5th. And Alex Anderson just had a little bit of contact with the wall. Don't know if his damage was really that bad. I don't know if he took any damage. He's still going to line up 6th. So actually, he'll line up 5th. So Alex Anderson actually I don't think he took any damage repair. You see that right front bent in there. So he probably thinks it doesn't affect him that much. We'll see, but he should have ran in 5th. He stayed within a couple spots, within a spot within Nathan Johnson. They'll walk out tied. So this points battle for the points lead will be close after this race. But pace car is off. We are back underway here at Kansas. 33 laps in. Jared Skinner, great start. He's gonna hop right in front of Connor Savosian.
Oh, we got
a car around. I believe that's Tony Shelton through the front infield grass, front stretch grass.
No caution though. Off the
And
racing
no caution,
surface.
Tony Shelton. Big spin on the restarts. Unfortunate for that 79 machine, but he's able to get back going. No caution. Got a slow car here on the apron to get out of the way, but Savosian gets the run off turn 2. Dive down to the bottom. Once this race lead back. Off of turn 4, can he clear Skinner? Down the front straightaway through the trial. Not going to be able to clear.
Watch for the slide job right here in 1-2.
Third 1, he's going to take his time on the bottom. Not going to really try the slider. Let's see if he can slide off exit, though.
Yes.
He's going to get the move done off of exit. He clears Jared Skinner off of turn 2. Kyle Savosian, new race leader here in Kansas early on this restarts. Nathan Johnson, he's looking for he's looking for that second place spot. He wants to have his attempt at the race lead. They're side by side for the second place spots. Savosian leads. Johnson trying to take that second spot away from Jared Skinner. He's able to do it, so the bottom looked like a little bit more pace, but he got a little bit loose. Jared Skinner able to hold the outside lane. Skinner's using the top lane, sticking to the top, not really going to the bottom yet. Now he crosses under to the bottom, but Nathan Johnson holds on to second. So Nathan Johnson takes second spot away. We'll see if he has any attempt at Connor Savosian for the race lead. But Alex Anderson with a little bit of right front damage. He's fallen back to 7th, and now he's going to be under attack here from Connor Holitsky and Jimmy Hikis.
Right now, Alex Harrison kind of struggling right now on these newer tires. So he was really good after about 10 laps, charging through the field, but I think that damage really affected him.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that damage is definitely making his car handle pretty bad. Now Herlitzky's going to round his outside. Jimmy Geikis try and follow Herlitzky through.
Also seems like the race is a lot more calm than we saw the first 10 laps of the race. I think people kind of settling in right now, knowing exactly where their positions and their race paces as. Oh, we're still kind of in the middle of the track.
Yeah, big slow car there. That's the 6 machine. Yeah, so that's got caught up in that last. So that's Alan Kennedy. So he's got big damage to that 6 machine. Just trying to get it out of the way. Down the front straightaway across the line, Connor Savosian ticks off lap number 39, and he still holds that race lead about 3-4 car lengths away from Nathan Johnson. Nathan Johnson, a solid run so far tonight. He's going to be able to try and take that points lead back he earned from Daytona.
Yeah, there's Savosian right now pulling away from these two drivers behind him.
Making good pace out in the race lead. Dwayne Young, you see that they're in 10th. He just took that 10th place spot, but they lost him back to Justin Nava. These drivers are still kind of battling around this throughout this entire top 10. Nathan Johnson still holds on the second. As Jared Skinner, he's staying on the top side. He's not, I don't think I've seen him on the bottom once so far this race. So far this run. So that you could be careful on the outside lane. It could easily overheat your right front tire on the top there. So he's got to be careful. Everyone kind of single filing out, staying right next to each other though. Alex Anderson, he's actually under attack here for that 10th place spot of Justin Nava on the inside lane. Now they did restart with around 67 to go. We'll see if anyone tries to pit early as soon as they can make it. Don't think we will, but I assume most pit stops will happen around 35 to go. 30 to 35 to go.
Skinner gonna try to clear Nathan Johnson off the exit. He will. He's back up to second now.
And he does, so Jared Skinner picks up the second as they pass the lap car of Alan Kinley there on the bottom, so really tough break for that 6 machine.
Yeah, he's running about
Caught up
7-8 seconds slower than these guys, so he's gonna be locked about every 4 or 5 laps. Just playing around, hoping that he can catch up to some people that make wreck out of this race.
Just trying to pick up any extra points he can, but there's Alex Anderson. He got passed by Jimmy Geikis as well, so Jimmy Geikis right in front of him. So he actually staying right in front of Justin Nava. So Alex Anderson with that damage, he's still holding on to about ninth, holding on to that top 10. Running warmer yellow, we'll probably see him take. If we get another caution, we'll probably see him take that damage. I mean, that could be affecting him pretty big.
As he's in the outside wall again.
Yeah, he's struggling with grip in 3 and just struggling. Just the front, so I keep slipping from him. And now he's under attack here from Dwayne Young now as well. Just battle for the top 10. Dwayne Young on the bottom trying to find his way around that Alex Anderson. Actually, as the air damage is just really hurting his handling of his race car. Not able to get the grip, but oh, Jimmy Geikis, he's actually got in the wall there off turn 4. That's going to allow Alex Anderson to get an extra spot there. That's going to put Dwayne Young into the 10th place spot. So yeah, lost like 3-4 spots there. For Jimmy Geikis, big caused a mistake. Brock Morris, he's looking for a spot on Carl Herlinsky.
He got passed by Carl Herlinsky right there on the outside.
Yes, sir. Herlinsky making good pace so far. Coming to the mid to late part of this run. We'll see what his lap times are compared. He's still about a tenth slower than Carlos Zarosian as a race leader. He's making good pace compared to the ones around him as well. He's able to get by Brock Morris.
We'll continue the battle for that 6th place position.
Actually, last time by, Herlinsky was a tenth faster. Actually, 2 tenths faster than Connor Zarosian as a race leader. So keep an eye on that 22 machine. He's got good pace so far right now, but everyone else behind these leaders are starting to pick up a little bit of time compared to leaders. These top 4 or 5 starting to close in on the race leader. Because Zarosian's in the wall, and that's what allows Jared Skinner to the bottom. Skinner's around the bottom. Zarosian, big momentum killer on the outside wall. He's going to fall all the way out to 4th. It's called Jared Skinner to take 2nd. Puts Johnson back up to 2nd. And Cameron Craighead there in 3rd. He's looking for 2nd on Nathan Johnson.
Lap traffic ahead here. Watch out for that play factor.
A 92 machine in the way there. Nathan Fryer. So Nathan Fryer, he also got involved in that first caution, or only caution night so far. As into turn 1, Jared Skinner, he's able to get that race lead after that costly mistake of Connor Zarosian. Zarosian trying to fight back. He's trying to get that 3rd place spot back from Cameron Craighead. Isaiah Waltrus in 5th there behind them. But Nathan Johnson, he wants this race lead. Jared Skinner gonna have to work around the 24 machine and of the lap machine of the 24. That's Camden Schoenfield, so he had to work his way by. That's allowed Nathan Johnson to close the gap, looking for the lead as they're halfway through. They were halfway through that time by, 50 down, 50 to go. Off of turn number 4, Schoenfield splits up the front pack just a little bit. but Jared Skinner holds on to the lead. As Skinner is able to pull his gap just a little bit by a tenth, maybe two. All these drivers pretty close on lap time. Just if anyone makes a mistake, it's going to be hard to, if they lose those spots, it's going to be hard to kind of come back, really. Just how close all these drivers are on speed. He's just past the halfway mark. Off of turn 2, Nathan Johnson. Off turn 4, Nathan Johnson in the wall. That's going to allow Cameron Craighead on the bottom. He's going to be able to clear off turn 2. They're looking for a crossover. It's got over seconds to allow Jared Skinner to kind of walk away with this lead for now. And Craighead on the outside, kind of got a little tight through 3 and 4, had to check up, but he's still able to hold the outside lead. Great run on the outside, able to get the power down. He's still going to be able to clear Nathan Johnson, so Nathan Johnson falls back to third after he hit the wall off of turn 4, just 2 laps to go. As Jared Skinner pulls his lead out to about a second now.
Probably the biggest thing we've seen all night long. About 8-9 tenths over the rest of the field. There's only about 20 laps into this green flag run here. Tire wear is definitely coming to play right now. You can see a lot of drivers struggling to hang the wall in turn 3 and 4 after about 15-20 laps on these tires.
As we heard Jared Skinner in his interview under that last yell, he said it gets tight there in 3 and 4, and it's kind of tough to keep it off the wall. But Sebosian, after he lost the lead, his tires really starting to fall off. Here comes Isaiah Waltrus. He's looking for that 4th place spot on Connor Sebosian. Down to the bottom, Waltrus going to try and clear up off of 4. He's going to be able to get the move done, barely clear. And Connor Sebosian going to fall back to 5th, but he's going to get the crossover off turn 4. He's going to stay side by side.
That's a very risky move doing a slide job here in the ARCA cars, because if the car behind you gets to your back bumper a little bit, you get lifted off the ground and around you go pretty much instantly.
It was a very risky move, but it paid off. He was able to get that 4th place spot. Now Herlitzky, he's trying to find his way by. Let's get a great pace, but watch, it's going to be the wall. It's going to have to make Herlitzky check up and try and cut to the middle, but that's going to allow Herlitzky puts Watchers in the wall off of turn 4. That's going to allow Brock Morris to take that spot. But Connor Sebosian gets that 4th place spot back with Herlitzky in 5th, but Herlitzky goes around the outside, wants that 4th place spot from Sebosian. Through 3 and 4, you see both these drivers, one on the very bottom, pretty much one on the very top. You get a car coming out pit road. I don't know who that is. I don't think that was anyone on the lead lap.
Looks like it was Kyle Lawver, maybe? Kyle Lawver down pit lane, that 91 machine, who was 1 lap down when he pitted. Second though, he ended up Nathan Johnson, Cameron Craighead.
Oh, we have caution on the racetrack as this battle for second was just going on. As that's actually going to make it close on. I believe that put them in the fuel window with this yellow. So I don't think we will see green flag stops tonight. It could be close on fuel. Have to see, but we'll have to find where that what the cause of that yellow
24,
was.
That was Cameron Schoenfield around off of turn 2.
Cameron Schoenfield going to lap down, goes around off turn number 2, and brings out our second caution of the night. Oh, he's trying to slide job right in front of Travis Sheet there. It just spun him right around.
I try to slide in line there, and that's what I was talking about. If you just get hit barely in the back bumper, it lifts your right rear tires up, and around you go. Not much damage though, luckily for that 24 machine, and I think it was the who else was there? Travis. Pit stops on the way here.
So Jared Skinner leads him down the pit road again. As we'll see if anyone can jump off pit road there. Tony Shelton came off pit road as well. I believe he was a lap down already on pit road. But Jared Skinner, we'll see if he can get off pit road first. Like last time, believe he will. Yeah, he will pretty easily. Cameron Craighead actually able to get a second. Get off second. And Herlinsky able to jump up to third. So Nathan Johnson, a slow stop. He falls all the way back to fifth. Zabosian also very slow stop. So I think he's got a little bit of damage he's fixing. You see Alex Anderson staying in his pit stall as well. A few stalls back in that Virginia Tech machine. So Alex Anderson, Connor Zabosian both taking damage repair after getting in the wall.
But that's Jerry Skinner still in the race lead. I don't know if track position is very important like we thought it was. I mean, it seems like it's pretty easy to pass here at Kansas, like especially in the longer run. I mean, track position still is probably an important thing here, but not as important as it was last week at Phoenix though. As Cameron Craighead, actually EOL, the 48 machine, and Brock Morris.
So Brock Morris and Cameron Craighead
Must have been speeding.
busted for speeding off pit road.
That's
gonna put
contact.
them to the back. Oh, a car
That's,
just hit Cameron Craighead.
I think it was a lucky dog maybe or something, or wow. I don't know how badly damaged that 48 machine is gonna be now. As
It didn't look like he did get any damage.
oh no,
but
it looks
it
like
was...
that right rear is a little frayed up a little bit. I don't think it's not anything too major though.
I don't think it will affect him, but that's going to put those drivers towards the back of the field.
Like it was. Oh, we got wrecking. Hey.
Backing under the pace lap.
I'm not sure what's going on here, but anyways, right behind Cameron Craighead. But like you said, it's gonna be really close on fuel. They're gonna go green with about 30, 38, 39 laps to go, and according to the sources that we have, it's about 40 laps or so, 35, 40 laps on fuel. So it will be close if we don't have a caution here.
We'll see how this plays out.
His truck lights are off.
So it's going to allow Kyle Lawver and Nathan Fryer. They're going to get one of their laps back. So Nathan Fryer will go back to 2 down, and Kyle Lawver will also go back to 2 down. So both those drivers will be 2 laps down. They're going to need a little bit more help as well if they want to get that lap back. But 2 yellows so far tonight. That's going to put everyone's tire sets down to 3 extra sets left in the box for those drivers, everyone on the racetrack.
But it should be more
So
than
tires
20.
should not be a problem.
Yeah, no issue there.
But that speeding penalty there from Cameron Craighead's going to allow Kyle Herlinsky to take seconds. So he had really good pace towards the back half of that run. We'll see what he can do in that 22 machine if he can make a run for the race lead.
We saw how racing they
That
were
racing.
at the beginning of this race. Let's see how racing they are with 38 laps to go. And most likely, maybe one more pit stop after this, but if they go green the rest of the way, probably won't see another pit stop as green flag is out.
Yep, pace truck is off and he's back underway. Skinner out to a great start. Herlinsky not the start he needed. That's what allow.
we
Oh, we got an instant caution. A car around. There in the back. Oh, is that Craighead? I think he got another incident there on the restarts. Not sure.
Doesn't look like it. Looks like it could be Kyle Lawver, maybe? One of those paint schemes.
So was down in the grass at this moment.
88. Dan Adams.
So that's Dan Adams. Dan Adams around in the grass. So we'll take a look at this.
Looks like he just got rear-ended. Let's check up on the restart there.
Yeah, Walter's just right in the back of him.
Nowhere from where to go, maybe.
Yeah.
You already crossed the line, there's no reason to be checking up, I guess. You don't expect to check up like that.
And that's going to bring out the third caution of the night and our shortest green flag run of the night.
Will anyone top off on fuel, though?
I don't think it's going to be really close enough to be worth topping off on fuel. Now, it was kind of, I believe it would have been close, depending on what you're running. If you're up the top, it could have been close on fuel if you've been running the top the entire time. You're more fuel up there, being in the throttle more. That's going to allow Jared Skinner to stay in the race lead, and this will allow all these drivers to save a little bit of fuel under the caution. But now that also gives the guys who fixed their damage and sped on pit road there, that last caution, that's going to leave them less time to make their way through the field. Alex Anderson, Connor Sabosian, they're about 21st. They're in 21st and 22nd right now, so they're towards the back of the field. They're going to have to make their way through the field. Cameron Craighead as well. He's actually, Cameron Craighead's up to 15th. Brock Morris as well. So they're up to 15th and 16th. I believe this will bring them to a 1 to green this time by so Jared Skinner, Nathan Johnson, they still hold 1 and 2. So we'll bring in, so we just bring in, so Sam Hoff, welcome to this. You have a copy?
Yeah, what's up?
Alright, so a little bit of, during the week news, team just came, KU Racing becomes Juicy Spider Racing. So you want to talk a little bit on that? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I was talking to the guys over at Juicy Spider, and we had come to an agreement that KU Racing will now go under new management of Juicy Spider Racing. Looking forward to it. They're going to provide us with new paint schemes, new logos, all that great stuff. Looking forward to it. Should bring a new era of the KU, now Juicy Spider Racing, to this SuperStar ARCA Cup. Pretty excited for it, in all honesty.
Alright, well, in a little bit off of that, but you had a little bit of damage early on. How is that affecting you so far the rest of this race? I mean, you're back in the 23rd to see what do you think you can do to get back up there in that top 15, top 10?
Well, that damage definitely gave me a little bit of wheel damage. Just kind of an unfortunate situation there with Anderson. Could have moved up more. He came up a little bit. Just contact happens. We got it all repaired now. The team thinks it's good. It's still got a little bit of wheel damage in it, but it should be almost ready to go and should be able to get me up to that top 10. Hopefully, we just got to carve through some of these cars and hopefully get through some of them.
We'll see if you can bounce back, but good luck in the rest of the race, and we'll maybe see you later.
Thank you.
That's Samuel Hoff. That was Samuel Hoff there. And this is meanwhile off of turn 4. The iRacing pace truck going to take that hard left turn onto pit road, and that'll leave Jared Skinner off of turn 4. They're going to lead him back to green. Green flag back in the air. 33 laps to go here for the Busch brothers. Corner 150. And Jared Skinner out to a great restart once again. Nathan Johnson and Kyle Lewicki going to be side by side for that second place spot. Once, just like the last restart, this time they can make it. They make it down to turn 1. We don't get an instant caution. Lewicki is going to be able to clear Johnson though. That's going to put Kyle Lewicki there in second. We'll see what his long run pace will be like if he can chase down that Jared Skinner for the race lead. But Nathan Johnson wants that second place spot. He's going to look to the bottom down in 3.
Side by side for seconds. Oh, wrecking!
Oh, the 12 machine goes around. It's going to involve multiple cars as well.
Oh, one car
So machine
flipping.
Josh Lange goes around. One car up and over the 55. 55 around. Huge.
Wow.
Huge wreck there into 3 and 4. 55 of Dylan Lamp goes around Steve Rogers, Andrew Guetta, Alex Anderson also involved again in the catchments for Dylan Lamp. As Alex Anderson here also got involved, he had nowhere to go. Big damage. Wow, huge wreck there. Car in the catch fence.
Probably 8, 7 main cars involved there.
Yeah, big wreck. That's luckily this is this is an iRacing and not in a real life. Huge wreck for that 55 machine. Dylan Lamp. Josh Langley involved as well. Just self-spin thrown out of the turn 3. Gets tagged by the 2 machine.
Nowhere for any of
Up
these
the
drivers
racetrack.
to go.
Nowhere for anyone to go. And wow, big wreck, multiple damage. And that also, that Alex Anderson nowhere to go. That's gonna take his night over. Very bad for a point. Very bad race for that 6-9 machine. Their points leader for Alex Anderson. He's got pit for repairs, and his night is over. Yeah, you see there just at the bottom of your screen, the left front's gonna be off the racetrack, so he's stuck in pit road for at least 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be pretty much his night over. He's not really gonna be able to get anywhere out inside a top 25 at this point anymore. Very unfortunate for the 6-7 machine. That's gonna be a very bad point night for him.
We had such a clean race going. We only had 3 cautions the first about 60, 70 laps, and now we've seen pretty much 3 back-to-back cautions. So looks like these guys are just being a little bit more aggressive than usual.
Yeah, everyone just the aggression is picking up, knowing that it's gonna be that every position is gonna matter, especially the tires are gonna be becoming less and less important the later we get into this race, and eventually we'll get down to a 10-lap run, and then the tires really aren't gonna matter at all.
And the person that probably benefits the most from Alex Anderson wrecking is probably Nathan Johnson. So right now he's looking like he's going to be the points leader after tonight, because Brock Morris is a little further back after that UL penalty. So you can maybe take that points lead away, but Nathan Johnson looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, very good run for that 19 machine tonight. He picked up the win at Daytona. He was 3rd last week, and tonight he's running 2nd so far. Hoping he can get another top 3 finish. But he's gonna have to beat that 7 machine of Jared Skinner. Jared Skinner has been dominant all night long. Tonight it's been right around there from 1st to 2nd.
But we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back for the green flag.
Welcome back here to Kansas City, Kansas at the Kansas Speedway. Tonight we've had the Busch Brothers Memorial 150, and a couple of yellows just came up. Our fourth yellow of the night. Jared Skinner, Nathan Johnson leading them back to green. We have 28 laps to go. At the high racing pace, we're going to take the hard left turn onto pit road once again tonight. Jared Skinner are going to lead them all the way down to the Geico Research Zone. We are back underway here at Kansas. And Jared Skinner also great restart once again.
Going by a thought.
We're gonna call around already on the restarts. Once again, I believe that was Dwayne Young that got turned on the restart.
That brings out the yellow. No, stay green. Nope, there is the yellow.
A little took around function there, but the caution was out. Dwayne Young goes around, he able to get it back going pretty quickly. So I mean, yeah, just missed a shift. I think.
I mean,
that
looked like he broke. I mean. Looks like the
I think he just missed a shift. Maybe I think it looked like he money shifted there.
We'll see if we can. Let's go on board the 45 machine. Oh yeah, went from guessing second to third, or third, yeah, second to third there. Went the first gear, but surprisingly didn't blow up, so he's very lucky there.
He was able to get back going and great save, but pulled a quick little 360, way back going. And that brings out our fifth caution of the night.
Yeah, that sucks for him. He was in that 5th place position, puts him all the way down to 19. No one else involved there. Doesn't look like he got too bad damage in the back end.
Yeah, but most of the field stay the same. We haven't really been able to get many runs here since that caution of that second green flag run. We're now the next time by the cross for 25 to go.
Most of the wrecks aren't people being too aggressive. Just a little. I mean, we saw back 2 restart wrecks and someone just go a little too hard in the turn 3 and 4. Nothing like too crazy wise. We haven't even gotten one green flag lap since that first. Caution and link with like 40 laps to go.
Yeah, everyone's just struggling. I think just the aggression is getting to everyone. It's just causing yellows and just mistakes that people really want to make if they weren't being too aggressive and just causing incidents. But you know, all these yellows, it puts Samuel Hoff. Actually, Samuel Hoff was able to get back up to 12th. He was, as you just talked to him that last yellow, he's up to 12th already. Alex Anderson, his race was pretty much over after that big incident we see there in 3 and 4 with Wimcar going in the catch fence, Dylan Lamp going in the catch fence. But Connor Sabosian, he's got that pit road speeding penalty. He's sitting in 15th, so actually no, Sabosian, who's 16th damage, my bad. The drivers, Brock Morris got that speeding penalty. He's sitting in 10th, and no other driver as well. Kramer Craighead. He also got speeding. He's back to 19, so he topped it off again. I don't know if he's got any damage from. I think he may have got a piece of that.
I think he was involved in that big wreck in turn 3 and 4. Possibly. Looks like he has a little left side lead.
And stopping off, knowing that it doesn't really matter. It's gonna be hard. Maybe hard to get back to the field. Maybe try and get a little bit extra tire advantage. Knowing he's had a lot of it. Everyone's still got plenty of sets left.
I think we're going to 1 degree this time. Be a 23 lap shootout. We haven't really had, like I said, I don't think we've had a single green flag lap on these tires in 17 laps. If I think that is true. We haven't not had a single green flag lap on these tires, so they're pretty much brand new still.
But we'll have to see how it plays out. Now, and all these restarts, it's Jared Skinner's been able to get a great restart. Now, from my experience here in the ARCA, it's the setup. It's kind of tough. All that, if you're second gear, you kind of just really bog down. You can't get going, so you got to do a quick shift from first gear to second gear right on the very start. And it's very easy advantage from the leader because it's very easy to get that shift, and then it's really hard to start from second and get that reaction time. And it's very tough to restart from second. So I think, and that's why we keep seeing Kyle Herlitzky and Nathan Johnson. They've been swapping second and third and just haven't been able to nail the restart as well as they would hope. And they're just stuck side by side, and they can't stay side by side with Jared Skinner. We'll see what Skinner does again. Pace truck is off. Over to the guy who reached his zone. Green flag back in the air. We're back on the way. Jared Skinner out to a great start, and that's once again Kyle Herlitzky and Nathan Johnson to be side by side down into turn one.
Yeah, Skinner has been pretty much nailing these restarts the past 3 times. That's side by side for second.
Turn number 2. Yeah, side by side for third now. Holt's on the bottom, so he had a little bit of contact with Samuel Hoff earlier in the race. He's able to crawl his way back up. He's there at turn number 3 and 4. Off of turn number 4, Holt's on the bottom. He's gonna be able to get clear of Kyle Herlitzky, but you see 3 wide towards the middle of the pack. The back is Zabosian. He's gonna have to work his way up. So keep it on these fast drivers. We see he got busted for speeding, and also drives who were kind of slower to fix their damage. Brock Morris, he's falling all the way back to 16th. One car on the wall towards the back of the field is gonna fall all the way back. Yeah, Thomas Spencer on the wall. Off of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Jared Skinner in the lead, but Nathan Johnson, he's able to put a little bit of short run pace. He's trying to crawl back that gap for the race lead as we finally get a couple laps in here and get a little run. As soon as I say that, we have a car around, and that's going to bring out the yellow. Little commentator's curse there. Cameron Craighead around, so the drivers who fixed their damage. Oh, big hit there. Car almost around there, so down to turn number 1 and 2. Just Spencer right into the 2 machine. Yeah, wow. Jordan Evans around, big hit there. Evans gets turned right down. He's turned right down to his teammate of Cameron Craighead, and they both go around big time, parting outside wall.
That's not Evans.
I think it's called Lawver. They both have, I believe they both actually have the same scheme on tonight's. So it's kind of tough. So Kyle Lawver was involved there. He was a lap down. Lawver gets turned down into Cameron Craighead and kind of goes a little bit surfing on that front end of the hood of the 11 machine of Nate Bogus. So Bogus carrying along Kyle Lawver there through 1 and 2. But heavy damage to a lot of race cars as Jared Skinner holds the lead, with Nathan Johnson's going to be back in second now. But Jeremiah Holt, he's going to be third instead of Kyle Herlitzky this time, so we'll see what they can do. Brock Morris, he was not able to get a good restart. He's fallen all the way back to 15th. He got busted for speeding. Cameron Craighead was also the other one that busted for speeding. He just got involved in that wreck there. But Thomas Zabosian, he's back in 11th behind Samuel Hoff in 10th. So
Yeah, we can. And Skinner keep getting these great restarts that we've been seeing. He's been pretty much gapping them by a half a tenth to 3/10 every single restart. Can you keep that up?
we'll see what Skinner can do. He's been nailing these restarts so far. for Jared Skinner. It's running great so far. I have Nathan Johnson there in seconds. See what Johnson can do. But I believe we might be coming to one of the green this time by, so we'll restart this time with about 17 laps to go. So it's going to be a very short kind of sprint to the end. Actually, no, so it'll be 16, so we're still taking 2 to green here. So it'll be a 16-lap shootout, so just 1 lap longer than what we had in our consolation earlier tonight.
And these tires are pretty much still pretty new. Only 3 laps ran, green flag laps ran on these Goodyear tires. So still pretty fresh. I don't know if you want to interview anyone here. Maybe Nathan Johnson, possibly?
So while we're coming to one green here, we'll quickly bring in Nathan Johnson. Nathan Johnson, welcome to Booth. You have a copy?
Oh yeah, got you loud and clear.
Alright, so you're running second so far. I mean, it's been tough to nail these restarts with Jared Skinner. He's been nailing these restarts. You guys have been swapping with Herlitsky throughout these ways. So how tough's the restart so far tonight?
Yeah, they've been pretty tough. I don't like being on the outside here, and I feel like Jared gets the jump on me. So I feel like I'm lacking in the restarts, but yeah, hopefully we can get it done here.
Alright, so we'll see what you can do on these restarts. I believe you're coming to 1 to green here, but right now you're second in the points, 1 point back, and I believe you will be the points leader, depending on as long as you keep it clean and green, and depending on where Brock Morris finishes. But what's that confidence bring, knowing what's that strategy change going in? Just trying to keep the points lead. You're going to try and go for this race win.
I mean, I'm always going to put the pedal down and go for the win, no matter what, man. But it feels nice knowing that I have that buffer for the points championship there.
Right, well, we'll see what you can do in the rest of this race, and good luck in the rest of the race. We'll maybe see you after.
Yeah, thanks, bud. Appreciate you.
Right, so that was Nathan Johnson. He'll restarting second again. He won at Daytona earlier this year. Looking for the points lead after this race, assuming nothing goes bad. Hopefully it doesn't. We've seen what went bad for Alex Anderson. But we also got Brock Morris as well. That's 5 points back. Brock Morris a little bit farther back, towards back of the pack at 17. So right now, Nathan Johnson's got a pretty good buffer for now. The iRacing pace truck going to turn on, take that hard left turn onto pit road, and coming into the Geico restart zone. Jared Skinner going to hit the lap pedal once again. Green flag back in the air. Johnson able to stay a lot better restart this time. He's going to be able to actually stay clear third with Jeremiah Holt. With 16 to go, so decent bit left to go. See what these drivers will do is everyone fans out of the turn number 1.
Yeah, Skinner with another great restart. About 4/10 ahead of Nathan Johnson. Crossover move from Jeremiah Holt.
Holt's going to go to the bottom. You see a little bit of left side damage there, but not really affecting that 73 machine. Going to drive it all the way to the bottom of the racetrack. Going to try and slide up in front of Johnson, knocking it to work. Johnson gets a good run. It's going to allow Skinner to pull away a little bit. Skinner liking seeing this battle behind him, but Holt's going to be actually maybe able to get clear into the 1 if he pulls a slider. Not going to be able to make it work down the back straightaway. Jeremiah Holtz on the bottom. Johnson on the top side. You got Jared Skinner right in front. These guys were battling. He didn't lose them any time, but oh wow, big kerfuffle behind him. Big calamity behind him. He almost had 4 wide off in through 3 and 4. Through turn number 1. Because that's going to settle out. JD Venezia falling back a little bit. But meanwhile, back up for the race lead. Jared Skinner in the lead. Nathan Johnson about 2 car lengths back. He's using that middle to bottom of the racetrack, trying to stay under Jared Skinner, knowing the bottom's going to be a little bit better here quickly in this short run, knowing tires going to matter. But Jared Skinner trying to use the top, trying to pull away. He pulls away about another 10th that lap. Through turn number 1, but now here comes through to the back. You have Dwayne Young side by side with JJ Venezia. But keep an eye on that 10 machine. Connor Zabosian, he's worked his way back up to 5th place spot. And also, we just talked to Samuel Hoff a couple cautions ago. He's back up to 7th. He's trying to get by Nick Rees for 6th. Zabosian, he's under attack here from Herlitsky, but meanwhile, right behind him is Samuel Hoff with Nick Rees side by side for 6th. Keep an eye. He's got a little bit of wheel damage, but if he can, he's making a good comeback from his incident early on in this race. As now, Hoff clears Rees, but Rees will fight back on the bottom. They're still side by side for the 6th place spot. No one wanting, neither of them wanting to give the spot. Meanwhile, behind those guys, a couple cars behind them, they're 3 wide with Ray Young. On the bottom, you got that 4 machine of Justin Nava, and you got the 75 machine of JJ Venezia as well, but they're single file out as Nava's been prevailed from those 3.
Lap traffic ahead.
Lap traffic going to be up in the wall. As now Samuel Hoff, he's able to get by Nick Rees. They're still side by side. No, actually, yeah, they do. So Rees is side by side with someone else now for the 7th. That's Dave Retros. But here comes Connor Zabosian down to the bottom, looking for this 4th place spot on Kyle Herlitsky. Zabosian has great short run pace. He qualified on the pole once again. He's going to be able to clear Herlitsky. He's up to 4th. He had to fix his damage from earlier getting into the wall. Knew it affecting him, but 10 to go. He's got 2.2 seconds to gain Jared Skinner. Gain on Jared Skinner. Can he get there? Nathan Johnson, he lost a spot to Jeremiah Holt for seconds. Can Connor Zabosian, can he catch the race leader of Jared Skinner and maybe make an opportunity for this race win? Jeremiah Holt on the bottom, Skinner on the top. But keep in mind, the top overheating the tires. Jared Skinner could be overheating his right front. Could fall off these last couple laps. Jared Skinner staying on the top lane. He has not been off the top this entire final run.
Also, we've seen a lot of drivers hit the outside wall. A lot of drivers hit the outside wall in 3 and 4. I don't know how aggressive he wants to be later in this run. That big of a lead.
That time by, he was 300ths faster than Jeremiah Holt there in 2nd. It's not really affecting him so far. Connor Zabosian, he's to the inside of Nathan Johnson. Wants his 3rd place spot. Side by side for 3rd as they enter turn number 3. Zabosian on the bottom. He's been making a great late race charge here in this final run. Not even make the bottom work. The cloud covers came over the racetrack, cooled this track down a good bit. It's back to 88, and that's what it was earlier in this race when we started the race.
Zabosian not able to get by.
Gets the door shut on him there, so Nathan Johnson shuts the door on the 10 machine to Connor Zabosian. As meanwhile, Jared Skinner pulls away even more from Jeremiah Holt. So Jared Skinner out to a great lead. And it looks like he's going to be able to pick up this race win if it stays green and makes no mistakes.
Yeah, he's done a great job of pulling away from 2nd place of Jeremiah Holt and Nathan Johnson behind him too, but he's been pretty much perfect these last 40 laps, getting perfect restarts, pulling away. I mean, probably been the quickest driver all race long, consistently and not making any mistakes.
It's been perfect so far. Jeremiah Holt, he's going to get up into the wall in 3 and 4. That's going to allow Nathan Johnson to go inside. That's going to keep these guys battling, but no, Johnson's going to quickly clear. He's 1.2 back. He was a little faster that last time by. This time by, Nathan Johnson had to avoid Jeremiah Holt in the wall and was still about a half a tenth faster than Jared Skinner. So Nathan Johnson, he's faster than our race leader, but I don't know if he's going to have enough time to catch him.
Connor Zabosian was about 2 tenths quicker than Jared Skinner ahead. The side by Samuel Hoff falling back a lot, must have hit the outside wall off of 2. He's falling back down to 8th, almost 9th place. Brock Morris on the outside lane.
Yeah, Brock Morris, he got busted for speeding, but Cameron Craig with around 40 to go. They just had so many yellows and he wasn't able to find his way by. But Connor Zabosian, he's got a good run. He's making good pace, but just losing more time to Jared Skinner because he's got a battle. So Jared Skinner out to a 2.5 lead. He's keeping it all clean, but they're side by side for 2nd down the back straightaway. Jeremiah Holt got on the wall off turn 2 behind him. It's going to allow Hurlitsky to try make an opportunity for 4th. But through 3 and 4, Johnson the outside. Sabosian on the bottom. 3 to go off turn 4. Sabosian can't stay to the inside underneath Johnson. Isaiah Watchers, he's looking to the outside of Jeremiah Holt, but he got to the wall there. Hurlitsky as well. But a 2 to go. Jared Skinner, he's on the race lead by 2 seconds now. He's just praying for no caution. But someone's just going to get contact with Nathan Johnson for the battle for second. He's going to save it.
Here comes the rest
He's
of
going
the
to
field.
keep it green. And it's going to allow the rest of the field to catch up. This could be a big battle for second with 2 laps to go. Jeremiah Holt there in 4th. Jared Skinner needs just wanting to get back on the white flag. He's 3 seconds ahead. As Watchers gets by Holtz, a little bit of contact into the wall. Hurlitsky's there as well. Brock Morse there. Justin Nava is the caution's gonna fly before Jared Skinner can get to the white flag.
Caleb Winslow.
Caleb Winslow around to the back straightaway.
Oh my goodness.
And you could feel it. You could feel it coming with all this attention and battling.
Oh,
And
Alex Anderson
just
down the back.
Alex Anderson in the back of Winslow, as Winslow had to avoid Nick Rees getting into the wall off turn 2.
Yeah, not really.
And that's gonna bring out another caution tonight, and that's gonna bring us to a green, white, checkered.
Also,
As Jared Skinner had that one sealed, he just got it back.
they're about 40 laps onto their run right now. Could fuel play a factor here if we get enough green checkers? I think they only have 3. I believe.
I think for that, I think they have so many yellows, I don't think it will matter, but now they did have a 15-lap run there. Does anyone dive it into pit road?
Ooh.
And yes, they will. Nathan Johnson, Connor Sabosian, that's going to drag a lot of drivers down. That's going to put them around the top 10, though.
Will they have enough time,
We'll see
though?
what these drivers can do.
2 laps. I don't know that's enough time to go from 10th to 1st.
A lot of drivers staying out of the racetrack. We'll get a quick look. We'll see.
We'll see
Quick
what
list
this
of who
cycle
stays
is
out.
about. As actually right now, I think Brock Morris will be the new points leader if positions stand right now, obviously. But they most likely will not.
Yeah, we'll see how much better these new tires will be. They'll have to fight their way through the field. So Connor Sabosian goes down pit road. Second, he gets out in front of Nathan Johnson, so
He's
that's a
gonna come
big
out
spot.
ninth place.
So we'll see. Yeah, so nice. So that'll be Jared Skinner, Isaiah Watras, Brock Morris, Kyle Hurlitsky, Justin Nava, Dan Adams. Dan Adams, Nick Rees. They all stay out on the racetrack.
And the person who spun out right there, Caleb Winslow, stays out too.
So Caleb Winslow stays out as well. Andrew Guetta, he's a lap down, so so I believe that will set the so they'll line up behind. So they'll line up somewhere behind Dan Adams, I believe, somewhere behind Nick Rees. Caleb Winslow. Sorry. So they'll line up behind Caleb Winslow in 9th on back. So they'll have to make their way through eight drivers. No one will be taking the wave around. We'll see 2 to green this time by. We'll see what these drivers can do.
I just don't know if new tires are that much better. I mean, I think they're about a second quicker, maybe a 7/10 quicker, but I just don't think that's enough to go from 9th place to basically 1st place. I mean, that would be the goal right here for Nathan Johnson, Connor Sabosian.
I think it can, but it's going to be tough.
yeah.
I mean, not 8 spots. It depends on where everyone goes. If you can get it up to the wall, keep it clean off the wall, it may be an option. And also, something else, Jared Skinner's going to need a great restart. You're also going to need a great restart. If Jared Skinner gets a bad restart, I think they could definitely do it. But if Jared Skinner's been getting the great restarts he's been getting, It's going to be tough to get up there. I think they can get back up to the top 5, but we have 3 green light checkers, so they have 2 more opportunities
If we have
if a caution comes out. So if they can get a couple spots on this first one, they have a much better chance on the second one. So the pace car lights are off. Jared Skinner, Isaiah Watrous, Brock Morris, Kyle Hurlitsky, Justin Ava, Nick Rees, Dan Adams, Caleb Winslow. They all stayed out on the racetrack. Sabosian's going to line up 9th. He's going to line up 9th behind Dan Adams on 7th on the bottom. So Caleb Winslow, he just spun on those tires, so his tires will be overheated. So it's going to be tough for him as well. But so the top 8 on old tires. Everyone else behind him. We'll see what Nathan Johnson can do. He's sitting in 10th, so he's going to have the preferred line if he can get up to the wall in 1 and 2 and maybe pass these guys on the outside. We'll see what he can do. But it's going to come down to Jared Skinner. If he can get a good restart, if he can hold those guys on the new tires, we'll see if Brock Morris can get enough restart on Jared Skinner. If he has an opportunity to get the race win, Brock Morris won at Phoenix last week at Phoenix. Pace car's off. Pace truck takes that hard left turn onto pit road. Coming to the Geico restart zone. Green, white checker number 1. We're back underway. Skinner out to a great start. Morris had a pretty solid start as well. Watrous there, but no one on the fresh tires had a great start at all. But that's going to let Connor Sabosian. He's going to be 3 wide under Nick Rees for that around 7th place spots.
Oh, contact!
As contact, Rees going to get sideways. He's going to hold on to it. He's going to almost get to the Winslow. Nick Rees going to go around. He's going to tag Samuel off. They're going to round to the back. Nick Rees up in the air a little bit, but that's going to bring out the first caution. Big hit. Oh, he goes up in the air. Huge hit for that 14 machine. Nick Rees, and staying out did not help for him as he got caught up in that.
Wow.
Wow, huge wreck there. Off of turn number 2. But that helps Connor Sabosian. That puts Sabosian up to 5th. And Nathan Johnson Nathan Johnson actually got involved in it, I believe. Nathan Johnson got stuck behind that.
Oh,
yeah, Nathan Johnson involved.
Major damage.
And that's not keeping him clear. And that's going to basically lift
Brock Morris.
Wow. That's going to give Brock Morris the points lead. But yeah, just that wreck there, just Nick Rees went up in the air, and I believe that was Jordan Evans that went under him.
Yeah, I mean, staying out. I mean, it worked out for some people, but pitting, it was a hard decision there. I mean, you got Connor Sabosian already up to 5th place by pitting there.
And that actually, no one else that pitted is even in the top, even close. These drivers, I mean, Johnny Venezia, maybe, I believe.
Samuel Hoff, but he's killed pretty much.
Yeah, Samuel Hoff heavy damage. So so Connor Sabosian now being 5th. This is going to basically gift him a great opportunity, and if he gets another restart and get another spot, I think obviously it's going to be for Sabosian all the way. I don't think Skinner's going to even have a chance to hold him off. Brock Morris is going to be 2nd, so Jared Skinner is going to need a great start and hope the guy behind him, Isaiah Watrous, will not go and will hold off Sabosian just enough so where Sabosian cannot get there. But this is going to be interesting to see. Can Connor Sabosian take the win away from a dominant Jared Skinner tonight?
Yeah,
Jared Skinner, he was about a quarter of a lap away from the points lead, or from the race lead. Sorry, not the points lead, but the race win, the white flag.
Yeah, but also Connor Sabosian has been really quick tonight too. It's not like he didn't deserve this one either. But Jared Skinner has definitely been the most dominant car during the race here.
Yeah, Connor Sabosian, he just took that damage to get stuck in the back, and that's kind of been where he's been stuck all race. after that, after that yellow, just so many yellows from there, and never really had a long enough run to make his way up through the field. He finally got it there with 16 to go. He drove his way up to 4th, and then he pitted again and took tires, and now he's up to 5th, and he's in a prime spot to win this race. But it's going to come down to the restart. Who can get the good enough restart, and who can get this win? Jared Skinner dominant all night long. He's been up front. He's been great on the restarts. He's going to need one more good restart and hope they stay green. If he gets another caution as Zabosian lines up third, lines up even another spot up, I don't think he's got a chance. I don't think he has a chance at the win. I think it's all Connor Zabosian, but it's going to come down to these last few restarts. If we get one more caution, it's our only opportunity. We'll have to see. But one lap to go. 1 lap to green. 2 more attempts here. They have this attempt and the next one. Jared Skinner, Brock Morris, 1-2, Isaiah Watrous, Justin Alba, 3-4, and then Connor Zabosian on the new tires in 5th. No one else on the new tires is even close. The closest one is Johnny Venezia back in 10th. So Connor Zabosian was the only driver on new tires to get a great restart and able to get spots.
This plays out for him.
We'll see what he can do. We'll see if Johnny Venezia has a chance. We'll have to see. But Jared Skinner, this is the most important restart of the night. If he can get a good enough run, this could mean if he can get a big enough gap, he can hold off the race win. But green flag back in the air. Green white checker number 2. He got a great restart. Got help from Watrous. Connor Zabosian, not really a great restart. He needs to try and hope to make it back to the white flag through turn 1 and 2. 2 laps to go here in Kansas. And Connor Zabosian clears for 4th. He's going to have a great run off turn 2 if he can get by Brock Morris. Off turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Jared Skinner in the lead. Zabosian on the newer tires. He's going to be on the inside in 3 and 4. He's going to drive it in deep. He's had a great run. He's going to clear Watrous. He's going to clear Morris. I don't think it's gonna be tough for him to get. It's gonna be tough for Skinner to hold on. White flag, 1 to go here in Kansas. Zabosian take the lead. He's got the fresher tire. He's gonna have to hold off Watrous. He's gonna almost clear himself through another one. Skinner's gonna need to run off third 1 and 2. But Zabosian, the grip on the fresh tires. He can't get to the inside of Jared Skinner. Down the back straightaway into 3 and 4 for the rental time. Zabosian on the new tires. Skinner's gonna try and give him the dirty into the center. Zabosian drives it in on the new tires, off of turn 4. Connor Zabosian, the new tire call, the 4-tire call, worked out across the line. Connor Zabosian will steal the win here in Kansas. Connor Zabosian will win the Busch Brothers Memorial 150 over the SuperStar ARCA Cup race number 3. He gets the win tonight in Kansas.
Wow, what a strategy call that was. And he just easily passed Jared Skinner there in 3 and 4, no competition.
And he was able to get it done. He held off. Skinner was not able to hold off the fresh tires. Connor Zabosian just got enough positions to steal the win away. If he was 6th there on that restart, I don't think he would have got him, but Connor Zabosian able to get the win. He started on pole tonight, and he was able to find his way back up front just in time. And it plays out perfectly for Connor Zabosian. He's able to get it done, and he burns it down here on the front straightaway.
Just for a brief moment though, but where the race went for that machine. What a move it was. 5th to 1st in 2 laps.
Yeah, what a move. The fresh tires helped, and Thomas Bosey was able to get it done, but I guess now I think he's blinked out throughput of the session, unfortunately. But Thomas Bosey able to get the win. We'll be right back with our top 3 interviews when we come back here from Kansas. Welcome back here to the Kansas Speedway here in Kansas City, Kansas. And tonight we had a great result. Bosey able to steal the win away. But before we get our top 3 interviews, let's take a quick look at our finishing results for the Busch Brothers Memorial 150. Thomas Bosey able to get the win and steal away from a dominant Jared Skinner. Skinner just a different tire strategy on the final green-white checkered. Bosey able to get the win. Isaiah Walters brings in 3rd, and Brock Morris 4th. Justin Alba rounds out our top 5 with Dwayne Young in 6th. Travis Shee will be 7th. Kyra Hulitsky will be 8th. Jimmy Geikis in 9th. Dan Adams in 10th. And JD Veneza rounds out 11th. And Caleb Winslow in 12th. Johnny Veneza, he was the next driver on new tires. He was the round of the 13th. Samuel Hoff in 14th. Jordan Edwards in 15th. Andrew Guetta in 16th. Nathan Fryer in 17th. Thomas Spencer in 18th. 19th will be Nick Reeves, and 13th. 20th in the 13th machine will be Michael Mall. 21st will be Nate Bogus, and 22nd will be Kyle Lover. Jeremiah Holt will finish 23rd. Nathan Johnson, he was going to have the points lead, and just unfortunate circumstances at the very end of the race. He finished 24th. After that strategy call got caught up in a late race incident. Alex Anderson, same with him. They finished next to each other. That's going to tie them in points, but Brock Morris able to get way ahead of them. But Steve Rogers in 26th, Josh Langley in 27th, Tony Shelton 28th, Alan Kennedy 29th. For our top 30 will be Craig Head. 31st, we see it in the catch fence pretty late in that race. Dylan Lamp 31st, Alex McQueen 32nd, Camden Schoenfield in 33rd, Joshua Childs 34th, and running our 35 car field tonight. James Donahue out early on tonight, 84 laps down. As it was a very exciting race, and we're going to bring in our top 3 here in a second. We'll see if we can find Sebastian. So there he is. Connor Sebastian gets the race win, and he's on the strategy call. So what was your going through your head on that final green white checkered?
I didn't really know what to think. I ran the college series last night in the B main, and I was on the opposite end of the call, and I ended up winning. So I didn't have very good hope coming into this race, but we led most of the race, or a good portion of it, and kind of screwed myself when I got into the wall and got some wheel damage, but took the time to get it fixed and had to come from the back.
Yeah, so you're able to get the race win with that tough strategy call. You had a little bit of damage. You fixed their damage there, I believe, with about 40 to go, and you kind of got stuck towards the back. What was that call? You're up to 4th going in the green checkered. What was going through your mind? Why did you make that decision to come down pit road, put 4 fresh tires on it?
Well, I definitely knew I had to get some laps on my tires off. Well, some laps off my tires, I guess. I had to get an advantage over the guys in front of me, no matter how far I had to go back. I was willing to take that risk. I knew I had to be really aggressive to pull it off and make some moves that I really wouldn't in other situations, but you got to do what you got to do to win these things.
Yep, so you're able to pick up the win. And before we send you off on your way, any sponsors I think for tonight's race one?
I got to thank all my real life sponsors: Moran Chevrolet, McQuaid Heating and Cooling, Painter Supply and Equipment, PPG, The Pleasure Zone, and Michigan Independent Door Company.
All right, well, once again, congrats on the race win, and we'll see you next week. I believe I'll bring it up. It'll be Charlotte, so we'll see you next week at Charlotte.
All right, thank you.
So that was Connor Sebastian, and we'll bring in the losing end of that kind of battle. We'll bring in Jared Skinner. Okay, there we go. Move him in. Jared Skinner, welcome to booth. Well, you're able to, on the losing end of that battle, you just lost the win to Connor Sebastian at the end. What do you think you could have done differently there right at the very end to hold off the win?
The only thing I could really think of is, maybe coming down pit road and just taking a couple right side tires and hoping that was the strategy. Wasn't really sure what the best strategy was going to be for that, and thought, okay, we might have a green-white checkered or two. Connor is obviously back in the field because of his pit, and thought I can probably capitalize off of that. And then they just kept coming late in the race. Everybody fighting for position, and just people pushing a little too hard at times and causing some cautions, and it just got to us.
Yeah, but you're able to still pick up second, so solid run for you tonight. But I mean, you mostly were on the top. So how did the multi-group different feel with the bottom, middle, and top? How did that feel for you there?
Bottom felt pretty good. I would say until you're about 2 laps in. Or 10 laps in, I should say, and then it would start to get a little loose, and then in 3 and 4 it'd start to get tight and push up. So what I practiced and what worked best for me, tire saving wise, was running the high line, which is kind of uncommon, but for Kansas, for some reason, it seems to work.
Yep, but you're able to use those lanes to your advantage, but you're able to pick up second. But before we send you off on your way, any sponsors like to thank for tonight's race one? I mean, not race win, second place. Sorry, I thought you had it. I mean, you're very dominant, but it just came up short. But you had second. Any sponsors like to thank?
I'd just like to thank all my family and friends for watching tonight. I really appreciate the support, and looking forward to going to Charlotte next week.
All right. Well, once again, congrats on the second place finish. We'll see you next week at Charlotte. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So that was our second place finisher, Jared Skinner had a dominant race tonight. We'll bring in our third place finisher, Isaiah Walters, and we'll drag him in. There he is. Isaiah Walters, welcome to the booth. You able to pick up a solid top 3 finish, and you had a solid run tonight. You're running around the top 5 to 10, and you're able to pick up third. But how did the tire wear really feel out for you tonight?
About lap 15 to 20, I just let it really start coming in. How high lane dominant it is. You really wore the right front first, and you got real snug, but it's all about hitting the wall a little less than anyone else at that point.
Yeah, so you're able to get a good solid thing, a finish there, but you're starting right around there in second and third there toward the end of the last couple of restarts. How did the restarts feel, and how tough were the restarts tonight for you?
Oh, well, Skinner was just on a different league on the restarts. That first green white checkered really gapped me. I lost a spot, but I timed it much better the second time around and managed to salvage a third. So it was definitely an uphill battle, but it went all right.
Yeah, it was tough restart tonight. I think you just have so much of an advantage as the leader, but you're still able to, even with the kind of lack restart, just not being the leader, but you're still able to come home with a third place finish. But before we send you off on your way, any spots to thank for tonight's third place finish?
I'll thank my team. We had a good showing tonight. Pretty consistent, all we can really ask for.
All right, well, once again, congrats on the third place finish, and we'll see you next week at Charlotte.
Thank you, thank you.
So that was our third place finisher, Isaiah Walters. So he'll show up to Charlotte next week with a solid momentum boost of finishing third. And after that race there, that puts Brock Morris in the lead of the points by 74. So really just a bad race will really screw up your points, and that puts Dwayne Young in second at points 74 back. So that's actually huge for Brock Morris. I did not think it'd be that huge of a
75 points is about 16 positions in the race, so that is quite a big margin. So that's about finishing middle of the pack of the field. Someone else winning. I mean, he's the only driver with 3 top 5s for racing.
Yeah, so Robert Morris off to a great start of the season. He's 3 top 5s, and I think he'll be very good. We'll see if he can manage that points lead next week.
Actually,
Charlotte.
No one else even has 3 top wins either, so very, very good start to the season.
Yeah, so Brock Morris off to a great start tonight. Off to a great start, but I think overall. But next week we'll be back here for the SuperStar ARCA Cup at Charlotte at same time next week, 8 o'clock Eastern time. They'll be at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, and also Friday nights we are back for the NAR Cup Series. They'll be going to. If I can get the schedule up here.
Kentucky.
Yeah, Kentucky. Sorry. Yeah, I was trying to get the schedule, but my schedules were not loading, so cannot find. But they'll go back to Kentucky next week, Friday there, at 9:15 Eastern time. We'll see y'all there for that as well. And Bolt's done for the season for now, but they'll be back up soon, I believe. So we'll see where that is. But overall, a great race tonight, and I thank Talon again for being the producer and the broadcaster alongside me and myself, Aaron Brown, tonight. But thank you all for tuning in for tonight's race, and we'll see you all next week, Friday nights for the NAR Cup Series. And so long from Kansas. We'll see you next time here on Legends Racing Network.